this video, I'm going to take a look at finding angles given a secondary trigonometric ratio. So on your calculator, you have the primary trigonometric ratio buttons of sine, cosine, and tangent. However, you don't have buttons for cosecant, secant, and cotangent. So that means we're going to have to make use of the primary trigonometric ratio buttons in order to be able to solve for an angle. So let's take a look at that. This number, 1.6243, is the cosecant of some angle that we are trying to find out. Now, how can we turn that into a sine value? Because cosecant and sine are the reciprocal of each other, we can rewrite the equation into sine theta equals, well, we know that the sine of theta is the reciprocal of this number, so it's 1 over 1.6243. All right, so now it's a matter of, well, let's find out what that number is. And I can do that in two ways to find a reciprocal. I can do 1 divided by the number, which would be 1 divided by 1.6243, and we get 0.6156. We'll go 4 decimal places, okay? So that doesn't need to be rounded. 0.6156. Alternatively, we can do it another way with the reciprocal button, which is on this calculator is the second function of the x squared. It looks like x to the minus 1. So I'll put in 1.6243, and I want to find the reciprocal of that number, which means 1 divided by it. So the same as what we need to do here. So second function and the reciprocal key, that will raise it to the power of -1, which will find its reciprocal and hit equals, and that's the same thing, 0.6156. Okay. That's equal to 0.6156. So now we have a new equation that should look more familiar. Sine theta equals 0.6156. And this takes us back to the second type of trigonometric ratio equations that we looked at. So now how do I find theta? And the correct way to solve for theta is to write that theta then is equal to the sine inverse of 0.6156. And so therefore, I still have this number on my calculator. I just need to do the second function of sine, which is the sine inverse of it. So we do second function sine with that number still there and hit equals. And we're getting an angle of, let's round that to 38 degrees. Okay. Let's try another one. What I'm going to say to you right now, if you have followed along with that, pause the video and see if you can follow the same pattern and find the cosecant, or find the angle that has a secant value of 1.3250. I'll just get you started. Secant is the reciprocal of cosine. Pause the video, give it a try. All right, since secant is the reciprocal of cosine, I can say that cosine of the same angle theta is 1 over this. 1.3250. And the reciprocal of 1.3250 is, we'll use a reciprocal button, 0.7547. I'm not writing it all down. I'm going 4 digits every time. So now, since cosine of theta equals 0.7547, theta is the cos inverse of 0.7547. So theta is equal to And remember, now we're using cos because it's the reciprocal of secant. So with that number still on the calculator, we will do second function cosine equals. And we'll call that 41 degrees. Okay. I've got one more for you. And you can pause the video, give it a try. Okay, so cotangent is the reciprocal of tangent. So I'll change my equation to say that tangent of theta equals 1 over 0.2309. I need that number now, so 0.2309, and we'll find its reciprocal, second function. There we go, make it a decimal. 4.330, let's go 4 decimal places, 330, and since that's a 7, that'll bump up to a 9. 4.3309. So tan of theta equals 4.3309. So theta is the tan inverse of 4.3309. So theta is equal to, and since it's best to leave it on the calculator, no rounding has occurred, we'll do second function tan and equals. And that will be 77 degrees. Okay, so that's finding an angle given a secondary trigonometric ratio. Thanks for watching.